A while ago, a customer of mine approached me with the question if I wanted to build a kit for him. Eventually, after some back and forth, we decided on this Alpine car. He's really into his race cars, specifically the 60s and 70s era, and I kind of like the Alpine specifically because the new one is coming out, and this is a great way to honor that classic car by building one of the Monte Carlo heroes. So let's jump through the box quickly and then into a bit more detail later on. Let's start on the first sprue with most of the parts for the chassis and engine assembly. It has a couple of nicely detailed wheels, front and rear of course, and also a lot of nice details on the engine. As you can see, the engine cover here, and also the roll cage, and also some more parts for the engine. It comes in multiple parts which just need to be glued together, and knowing Tamiya, they just fit very nicely without too much hassle. The steering wheel has some nice details on it as well. You can decide to drill those holes out for some more details, easily done with either a knife or some drill bits of course. All the other chassis components are nicely detailed with a bit of weathering, maybe even some wiring and additional detailing. This can look a top-notch piece and resemble the real one really easily without too much work. A lot of these parts will probably need to be painted in the same blue as the body color, so that's probably why Tamiya also decided to mold them in the same color as the body is supposed to be. It has a lot more details on here for the chassis, the frames, a lot of door and interior details like the dashboard with a lot of nice buttons, dials, and other nice sleek lines, and the door cards as well, nicely detailed, along with some more body components, of course the seats as well with the nice pattern in them, even some more body parts for on the engine cover, and a couple more interior and engine pieces as well. The main interior part is molded into the chassis piece itself, also has a couple nice details and will look really cool along with the roll cage and all the other race car interior stuff. Apart from some of the chrome strips around the window trim, there isn't really that much chrome in the kit, as the car doesn't really have that much chrome obviously. The chrome is nicely done, not too much, and also some of the mounting points for the parts are nicely hidden, so it doesn't really ruin the chrome finish if you just cut them out. With some other kits you just have a really nice and obvious spot where it was mounted. Like here, you can see that it is on the edge, and if you cut it off cleanly you should not be able to see it if it's removed from the sprue, and all the chrome will still be nice that is actually visible. The kit of course also comes with 4 tires and 4 polycaps. It has a nice deep profile in the tire and a detailed sidewall with some writing on it, and even the tire sizes. A lot of detail has been added to these just to make it a lot more convincible in the end and have a really nice piece to display. The final sprue is for the clear parts and also some of these metal transfer stickers. They just need to be cut out along the line and then stuck in place where you need them to be. It's a nice bit of detail to add to a kit, Not a lot of kits have these, but some of the higher end kits do. Even some Fujimi Hasegawa kits and some Aoshima kits occasionally have this as well. Tamiya does this most of the time. It has some more parts for the chassis, some more detailed parts for some of the head and tail lights, and also some other clear parts. In this case, the chrome edge that is supposed to be around it is molded into the clear parts, so you can just cut the chrome foil and place it on here instead of having to scribe it out on the body and potentially mess that up. So just like the sprue with the main interior parts and pieces along with some of the chassis pieces, the body is also molded in the blue color that it's supposed to be painted in. Now you could decide to just leave it. Now I'm not going to do that obviously, as it has some ugly lines in it and I still prefer to paint it. I have the actual color from Zero Paints to match the original one, so that is what I will be doing, of course. The mold lines are nicely hidden, and if they are there, they are not really that big of a hassle, easily sanded off and spotted. And also some of these panel lines are nice and deep already. They are wide enough, maybe just a bit of a scribe with a panel line scriber to make them a bit deeper, just so they don't get buried in paint, but that's pretty much all that will need to be done to this one. So the actual car wasn't really covered with a lot of decals all over, just a couple ones on the doors, mainly the big ones, and of course the ones for the rally itself, along with some other details for the interior and even on the windscreen. All these details are nicely captured in the decals, very well printed, super nice quality. You can even see the multicolored dials and instrument panels, and also a lot of the other decals for the license plates and the various sponsors.